Hey there. Okay, it's a little later in the day and I've lost a little of my voice. I apologize. But the problem was that everything went really well until the easiest part, the frosting of these. You see, I thought I was being really smart. I crushed up the lavender really fine when I put it in with the lemon zest to put it in the frosting. The problem is that the tip I really wanted to use to frost these is a star tip. The star tip has a really small hole. Yeah, there's not much to it. You can see there's not much light coming through. So as I would use it, the lavender or the lemon zest would get caught. Nothing would go through. I am going to have a bruise on my hand from the thing later. I tried switching over to the largest tip, which is kind of a ribbon tip. Ended up being really ugly. Let's see, here we go. Ended up looking like this, which is, actually it doesn't look too bad on camera. But I'm sure that in one of the photos you'll be able to see that it's not attractive. So I ended up using what is called a leaf tip, which worked pretty well. The catch is that I kept having to use a toothpick to kind of clean it out a little. But it worked, and these got done. And so I like to think that they look a little bit like a carnation. I don't know any other flowers that look kind of like this. I wasn't about to try to do like lavender, or I guess lavender would have just been little dots. But violets, all those things that people make, not going to do that much. But I ended up with that one bundt cake mix made 6 dozen mini cupcakes, as well as the little, the little bundt cake, which looks like it look with the frosting. I have to admit, it does look a little bit space alien-y. But we're going to eat it at book club tomorrow night anyway. So what have we ended up with? I'm really happy because they got just a little bit brown on the bottom, which is nice. The crumb turned out really well. Again, these are gluten-free, and you would never know. And the flavor is good. I probably should have put a little bit more lavender in along the way. I also should have figured out my color. If you've ever tried to do frosting or anything else, trying to get purple is really hard. You end up with gray, or depending on the lighting you're in, of course, that makes the difference between gray and blue and all other things. But you can see it looks really nice in there. There's a nice, I like this amount of frosting to a small cupcake because I'm not one of those people who likes as much frosting as cupcake. I think that's a really weird idea. The best thing about the frosting, I make it using primarily powdered sugar and lemon juice. You get a ton of lemon flavor in it. So it works even with a mix like this where the lemon and the lavender is a little bit more subtle in the cake, but you get a lot of the lemon in the frosting, which is really nice. Excuse me. Throat problems are not a good time for trying to do this. Mind you, not dunking. That would be kind of a mess because I'd probably lose about half of this into there. Anyway, so there we go. Not a new recipe, but a kind of new way to look at it. These took about 10 minutes, about 11 actually in the oven. Much better than the hour and something that it would take as a bundt cake. But you still have this really nice lemon flavor, really great texture. Perfect for spring, I think. I love the small things when you go to spring. So yeah, there we go. If you're looking for something to make for Easter and you have friends coming over who are gluten-free, this would be a really good recipe. And you can do, one bundt cake recipe would get you 7 dozen of these. So you'll make your friends very happy, even if they're gluten-free. So there we go. I will try to have more of my voice back in a week. I don't know what I'll be making. Let me know if there's something I should be looking up or trying out for you. I'm really excited to be back to this. Hopefully I can keep it consistent again. But for now, I'm going to have another bite of this because otherwise I'm just playing with it. And I will see you in a week.